What's going on, guys? Good evening, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Jordy, and welcome back to F1 23, my team career mode for the Singapore Grand Prix in Season 3. And if you missed last episode, you might know that I went to take a break and then I couldn't unpause the broadcast. It said it lost connection when I did, unfortunately. So we've had to separate our usual 2 Grand Prix live streams into just one. Luckily, I'm actually kind of glad that it didn't continue the stream, because otherwise then it would have just cut off randomly. But yeah, whatever. I do apologise for that, but we are now back. Unfortunately, we're only doing one episode on this particular stream because it's not meant to be a separate episode. It's just, I don't know what happened. The internet said it cut out, but it didn't. So I guess it was just a broadcast issue. But if you did miss last episode, we pledged to take the fight to Lance Stroll in the standings. We've got the constructors pretty much wrapped up. We've been the most consistent team this season by far. And yeah, we tried a little bit of underhanded tactics going into Monza. Of course, we actually pit on the same lap as we knew Stroll was going to pit, which slowed him down in the pit lane and basically confined him to P6. So yeah, a little bit of underhanded tactics, but what can you do? You know, we needed a way to catch up after, you know, the hit we took in Zandvoort. We're not going to do that again. This time it's just going to be fair racing from here. So if Stroll does manage to best us in these last 5 races, that is it. Stroll becomes the champion and we start a new season with our tail between our legs. But we're not giving it up without a fight. But of course, Piastri did win at Monza. We weren't able to keep it going into the last lap, or well, going into the end of the race. He did overtake us on the final DRS zone, unfortunately. So we dropped the ball a little bit there, but we are now only 2 points behind Lance in the driver's standings. We do need to keep an eye on Piastri. He's only 10 points behind. Even Verstappen is technically still in the fight, even though he's a bit behind. You know, we just got a few things to do. So we're going to manage these sponsors. We're going to have a new sponsor on the car for this one. And we're gonna go with achieve and hold first position for 4 laps. That could be very useful. What charge? Achieve and hold first position for 10 laps. That would be a lot more difficult. Achieve a top 12 finish during the race. Yeah, we need something that gives us a decent amount of money though. So again, we could stick with Highland, but I want more money, so could go back to Indlovu. We've had Indlovu before. The goal bonus definitely gives us a lot more, well, a little bit more than Highland. Oh no, that's weekly income, so it does give us a decent amount more in the goal bonus. Jing Shen has achieved pole position during qualifying, which would be very difficult to do considering the difficulty we're at now. 25, because yeah, Lugner's broke. Achieve a top 4 finish during the race. Yeah, we're going to go with Lupo Industries. That's what we're going with. Boom. And let's apply that to the car. There you go. A very different looking livery now. We'll go with Compass on the front there. There we go. And we are only a few levels away from the final one, to be fair. We're not even only a few levels. We're actually on the level before. We're on level 24, okay. The new regulations, like, it's been announced that we are getting new regulations going into the next one, so it's time to open up these facilities again in preparation for those new regulations, where we are going to obviously work on protecting those parts. So yeah, we're opening all these again. Powertrain definitely is going to get some regulation changes, so for sure we are changing that. So, yeah, we've got some activities going in, and now we're actually not going to help Lance. You know, we're helping Lance so much with his focus and awareness and stuff. We're not going to do that anymore. Quite simply because, you know, we're in a title fight now, and we're basically just giving him the championship if we continue to help him like that. Performance comparisons looking good. We've got no more upgrades going into any of these sessions. We're just waiting now for the new regulations to come in. The durability department would like us to invest into new tech that will allow us to produce more prototypes parts in-house. That sort of high-end equipment doesn't come cheap. What are your thoughts? Will allow us to produce more. Okay, just checking the audio. Yeah, our current method is working well. We do not need to waste the funds. Yeah, there'd be no point.
But you handled it well.
What would it give us? Like R&D points? Like, nah, no point in that. If we want to invest in facilities, we know we can actually do that at some point. And there you go. A recent systems crash led us to losing simulation data about the car's drag performance. We can either get Stroll to do some runs in the simulator or get the aero department to run some tests. Wow. So this will take focus off of Stroll.
Thanks for dealing with that. The departments appreciate it.
I mean, if the game's gonna give us a little opportunity to hinder Lance a little bit in this championship fight, then we're obviously going to go ahead and do that. Very sneaky, but I'm not losing this championship, guys. Anyway, here we go into the race weekend at the Marina Bay Street Circuit. So, yeah, it's all to play for in these final few rounds. It's a three-way championship fight with Stroll and Piastri, and I'm hoping it kind of stays that way as well going into the final episode because, you know, then it will be very cool. Oh, here we go!
Tech regulations are changing. There's a risk some of our hard work will be undone, so we need to mitigate it. As soon as you can, I want you to look at the developments we have and tell us what areas you want to invest in protecting.
Alright, so it looks like it's going to be raining in the race once again. So we can't have another dry race in Singapore, unfortunately. I think we had a dry race in Singapore in Season 2, if I remember rightly. But yeah, we did. But it's rainy just like it was in Season 1. But the difference this time is that Season 1 Singapore was the old layout. It was before the update where we got the new layout. So this is still basically new. But we're in the rain this time, so it's going to be a bit more difficult. I don't know how that's going to work in terms of the race, but I don't really want to sacrifice our qualifying spot too much. We might sacrifice the race setup into in an attempt to get the best quali lap. Or not, I don't know, but yeah, here we go. So this is a little glitch. But we've actually completed 64 upgrades since the beginning of this series. That's really, really dope. Oh, so the race is actually... Oh, this is dope. This is going to be so cool. So the race starts with a very low chance of rain. So we're actually going to be starting on dries. And then we switch over to wets. Okay. I don't think it's full wets, though. So it will probably be inters that we'll switch on over to. And then it actually... Oh, okay. So then it actually stops raining at some point. That is strange. That is very strange. But interesting. Very interesting. So let's have a look. Here we go. Regulation changes to pretty much everything that's not the powertrain. Are you kidding me? These are the worst regulations I have ever seen. The Season 4 cars are going to be undrivable. They're going to be absolutely undrivable. What is this? Guys, we've got regulations on every part of the car, apart from the section that needs it, man. These cars are almost undrivable. It's so difficult to drive these cars. And now, oh my god, no. I'm actually so frustrated because now the Season 4 cars are going to be awful. We have to focus on chassis. Oh my god, so it's pretty much all the parts, 63 parts at risk. And the powertrain, there is no risk on that at all. That is abysmal. That cannot be allowed, man. That is absolutely terrible. So first of all, we've got to protect these brake parts. Like, for sure. For absolutely sure. So, those are all protected. Weight distribution. Oh my god. So, the chassis needs fully protecting as much as we can. Yeah, we should probably get the ultimate ones done first. Yeah, get the ultimate ones done first. Right, the rest is aero, so yeah, we'll get redesign brake ducts. Whoa, why does that cost so much to protect? Compared to everything else? Is that because it's an ultimate upgrade? Surely that can't be right. No. Why does that cost so much? Same with the front nose. Okay, so... Oh, that's awful, guys. That's awful. I was genuinely really hoping for the powertrain to, you know... So we're just not going to have any powertrain upgrades going into the next couple of seasons. We're going to have these ones, which will make the car even quicker. The cars are undrivable. Like, we're borderline undrivable with these cars. They're ruining a lot of my setups. And to put more downforce on the setup really puts me at a disadvantage on the straights. It's making these cars so undrivable. It's making the game so much more difficult. And now it's just going to be even worse. I was really, really hoping that it'd be powertrain, but I guess not. Sucks. That absolutely sucks. I'm gutted, guys. I'm so gutted. Alright. Off we go then. I'm gutted. We needed regulations in the powertrain. We needed it. Because we can hardly brake on some corners. It's awful. Genuinely fucking awful to drive now, but... Wow. Okay. So... Wow. Right. Guess we just gotta deal with it.
They told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory, right? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick. Don't push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try to take it easy for the first couple of laps.
That is awful. I'm so worried now about future seasons. Like, this car's going to be so undrivable, and I'm not upgrading the powertrain just to fight back against it, which means it's going to be so much more difficult for us in future races. God damn it. I don't know what to do now. I guess the best we can do is just do the best we can do in the races, and yeah, we're likely not gonna get regulations next season either, so these cars are gonna be so undrivable. God damn it. That's awful. At least the car feels good right now around Singapore. Feels quite normal to drive.
Approaching the DRS zone, watch your MFD for the activation point.
So in-game there's no powertrain. That makes no sense for what I wanted to do. Oh, it sucks. These cars are going to be virtually undrivable. I think they slowed them down anyway. I think some of the supplier upgrades are taken out, so maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll be fine, but I don't know. See, it's just too quick. It doesn't brake quick enough at all. I'm not looking forward to next season, guys. It's just ruined so much for me. God, even durability, like, I don't get it. Why wouldn't powertrain be changed? Well, at least we now know the regulations are like totally randomized. It makes no sense not to replace the powertrain with how quick the cars are getting now and how difficult it is to brake. Like, ugh. How was that green? Oh my days, this game's winding me up now.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
I am so upset. I am so actually upset. I was really banking on powertrain being a regulation change, and then we were just going to sabotage the car and not put much powertrain upgrades in the pursuit of making the car more drivable, but Jesus, that's awful. Like every other part except from powertrain is getting a regulation change, which makes absolutely no sense. I somewhat understand it for aero and chassis. I understand it for aero and chassis since we've maxed those out anyway. But why durability? I've not maxed out durability. Why not powertrain? Come on. It's so bullshit. It does not make any sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. These are the worst regulations I've ever seen. Ever.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
That's ruined my day. That's ruined all excitement I had for next season. Jesus Christ. I almost don't even want to play the game. That's awful. God, I don't even know what to say. Okay. Yeah, I guess we better do race strategy. God, I don't even know what to say.
Okay, give us some good, consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
God, race strategy is so hard to keep up with now. It's just that this season the whole game's fallen apart. Fucking hell, man. How was that target time failed when I even got all the development boosts? How are we losing so much time? I don't get it. What do you mean? I'm just fucking restarting it. Fuck off! What fucking shit regulations, bro. This season's been awful.
Okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
Right, there we go. Right, how have we lost a fucking 10th through there? You're such a bullshit game. Right, I need to stick my controller on charge. Well, at least I know my title for this fucking stream. Worst regulation changes ever. Oh, the car doesn't turn! Fuck off, man! It just doesn't turn! I don't understand! The car doesn't want to turn! Gonna have to put a little more downforce on. Stroll's still quicker than us. I'm using all my ERS to try and keep up with this race strategy program, but fucking hell, it's impossible. Nothing's quick enough. This is what happens in Season 3 onwards, man. The powertrain just is too quick. And I can't get through these fucking corners with it. Which means I'm just going to have to complete the whole fucking thing in quick practice from now on. Which stops me from doing practice sessions, which was one of my favourite things to do in this game. It's ruined it for me. I'm even running out of VRS now, for fuck's sake. I'm losing so much time in the corners because of this. Right, yeah, I'm pitting this lap.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
I don't even want to play it anymore. This game has been ruined for me, I'm not gonna lie. We might have to think about turning the difficulty down or something. It was going so well, like, but we might have to turn it down like a couple of clicks. Because these practice programs, I'm like, I shouldn't be like fighting harder in the practice programs than I am in the actual races themselves just to fucking complete them. It's just awful. This career mode is awful at a certain point. I mean it's done, but fucking hell. I had to fight hard for it. Right, I'm done with the practice sessions. Hold on. I'm gonna tweak the setup. Bit more there, and then everything else is already as it needs to be. We got our work cut out for us. I'm not turning the difficulty down until the end of the season. I'll tell you that. Like, we'll keep it the same. Because it'll just feel all the more better when I win the championship. Like, I've been there, done that on this difficulty, and then we'll just put it down to like 93 or something. Just a tad, you know?
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Stroll, the owner-driver, and Yuki Tsunoda.
Worst regulation change ever. Ever. Awful, 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 awful. Right, we are basically just going to skip these next couple of sessions. Well, I'll do tyre management. Okay, and end that session. I think what we'll do is put a new gearbox in as well. That might, like, it might just be the little things that we might need to improve. So, and we were second quickest in that session. Like, I'm fighting just to complete these programs when I'm just already, like, ahead of the pack as well. Like, ahead of most of the grid. Like, I don't need to worry. It's just awful. Okay, so, we're going to put in a new gearbox. Yeah, we'll put in a new gearbox. Anything else needs changing? No. We're good. So, we'll go to quick practice again, and We'll skip it. We'll just absolutely skip it. Alright. Lance brings in a bunch of R&D points though, which will be useful. That is very useful for us. Okay, what next? Alright, we are 2 points behind Stroll. Maybe this will be the weekend where we can actually take it back. Top spot in the championship back. I really hope so. Okay, yeah, we want to go into R&D now, and let's have a look at durability. So we've got a supplier upgrade for most of them. So cheers, Mercedes. Right. So ICE for sure. Definitely going to have to adapt these parts. Let's adapt the minor ones first. Just get them out of the way. Okay. And then we can't do any of those. So we've got the minor ones down. In terms of aero and the chassis, I'm not too sure what to do in there. In that department. Oh my god, man. How can you not have regulation changes on the powertrain? I just don't understand. It's awful. Alright, qualifying. We've got a new gearbox, so we're going to be quick. But will we be quick enough to beat the man at the other side of the garage? Let's find out. What a change in events, huh? This time last season, Lance was getting his first points for the team, and now he's fighting us for the championship. Lance is already out, I think. Alright, here we go then. Might be down to the gearbox as well, you know, like the gearbox wear. Like being able to switch gears quicker. We'll have to have a look at it. Really slinging the car around. Lance Stroll 127.8. What can we do? Ah, we're still slower. Damn it. Not much slower though, we're right next to him to be honest, so I'm not going to whine too much about that. And I have a feeling he might have gotten some slipstream. I don't know though. It was really close, so it could really come down to a whole lot. It might have come down to that hairpin, to be honest. Because that's the only corner on that lap that I didn't feel like we did really well on. Okay.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Okay. Decent start. As long as we're next to Lance in qualifying, I am fairly confident that we can jump him in the race start and take it from there. Because we always pit before Lance. Oh, what a title fight this is becoming. It's just such a shame the regulations don't get improved and that, you know, they're slow, they're not doing anything in terms of the powertrain, which desperately needs a regulation change because these cars are too fast. They're too fast and it makes braking in the corners so much more difficult. And I hate that. I hate it so much. But it's something we're going to have to deal with. It's a big championship fight with Lance now. We're only 2 points behind him. Oscar Piastri is 10 points behind Lance, so he's still in the fight, despite having an inferior car. You've got to be impressed with Piastri, for sure. And he's setting a lap right now, speaking of the man. He won the last race at Monza. We'll just have to see what he gets. I think he's about to cross the line. Yes, he does. What does he get? Ooh, it's not a good time for him. Leclerc is getting pretty close to us, but yeah, Stroll dominates, and it is the whole lap as a whole. He's just quicker than us, other than Sector 2. We are the quickest in Sector 2 at the very least. But yeah, we'll just have to see what we could do on the final lap of qualifying. And then it's all to play for in the race. To be quite honest. So, yeah. Wait for everybody to go out. Wait for Stroll to go out. And track evolution should come into play. And we might be able to take advantage of that. I really hope so. We've got a car in front of us. What is the AI doing? Oh, an AlphaTauri is setting their original lap. Okay. I really hope that did screw us out. Right, how am I supposed to set a time? Oh, you're a bitch. Jokes and fun with Caleb. Hey, what's up, bro? Hope you win, hope you have a good day. Nice. We weren't able to set a fucking time. Luckily no one improved, but just think about what we could have done with the lap. Damn it! I blame the AI for that. Like, it wouldn't let us go, and it just ruined our lap.
Race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be.
No one went quicker though, so we are starting P2.
And Charles Leclerc. Qualifying complete. All that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted to Grand Prix.
Okay. Yeah, I hope you win. I hope you have a good day. Thank you very much, Caleb. Alright. Well, we only need one more point to beat Sainz, so we just need to finish ahead of him, really. But yeah, all to play for now. So, can we come out on top against Lance Stroll and, you know, retake the lead of the championship. This is the closest championship battle we've had, and I did not think it'd be like this, but it is going to be high stakes. That race is looking odd, and I feel like it might be a good idea to start on the hards. It might be a really good idea to go on hards all the way up until the weather change. That could be a really good idea. But without further ado, let's go into the race. Let's do it. There's a lot at stake here. We don't want to lose this championship at all. Not to our own teammate. After we helped him so much at the beginning part of the season. And we did that for the team. We put the team first, and now we're paying for it. And we're not going to do that again. Unless I specifically want the second driver to win a championship. But I don't want that one to be Lance Stroll, okay? He doesn't deserve the championship in real life.
It's the Singapore Grand Prix.
I don't want him winning it here.
Vettel has the most wins here with 5.
Good
Who
luck,
will be
thank
lifting
you.
the trophy today here at the Marina Bay Circuit.
Well, here we go. So we are starting in the dry. So I think starting on the hards or the mediums might be a really good idea. Most people are going to be starting on softs.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Lance Stroll yesterday, and it's put him on pole. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri.
Thanks, it skipped me
Bottas,
again.
Perez, Norris, Tsunoda,
Piastri's
Sainz,
starting quite low down.
Russell, Liam Lawson, Teo Porcher, Joe, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Albon, Ocon, Drugovich, Sargent, Magnussen, and Nick de Vries. That's it then. It's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. A warm welcome to Natalie Pinkham, who is beside me in the commentary box today, and Nick de Vries, joined once again by Anthony Davidson in the commentary box. And they've suffered a grid penalty due to taking a new engine. It could mean a tough race in store.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a much more aggressive approach today to make up for that compromised start.
Alright, so good news for us, we'll be starting on the inside, so that literally gives us as good of an opportunity as we could have in jumping our teammate and being able to retake the lead. So, in terms of race strategy, it's going to be raining later on in the race, so there is a very, very, very good chance that we could be switching to inters later on. So I don't think the softs would be the greatest idea. I'm going to go with the mediums. I know I did originally say the hards, but I feel like we still need a bit of pace to start off with. And so the best thing we can really do is start on the mediums. So without further ado, let's get this race started.
Here we go then. The formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out.
All right.
As the cars come back to the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can. And they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, failing that within the points.
All right, let's do this. So Lance will be starting on the softs, so he's going to be quicker. A lot of people are starting on the softs. I wonder what their strategy is. We think it's going to be raining later on in the race, and that's why we've decided to go with the medium, so it's a good thing we didn't go on hards. Here we go, and if we do have to swap beforehand, I'm probably going to go with softs. Fighting Lance into turn 1. And this time, we are definitely not going to let him have it easy. And we had a little drift out the exit of that, and Max Verstappen has overtaken Lance Stroll, which is great news for us. So if we have to pit, we're going to be pitting onto softs, because I really do think it's going to rain later on in the race. It's a good thing we didn't jeopardize our setup though, but it is going to make things so much more interesting. Should it actually rain, and there's a very high chance that it will. So I think we just need to drive and get as big of a lead as possible on the rest of these guys. Good news is that Stroll's already fallen down to P3, so hopefully we can keep Verstappen in second. Or hopefully he can keep himself in second, should I say. I don't want to help him out. Unfortunately, Max is going to keep up quite well, so we do need to watch out for that. We braked a bit late there, and we've lost a couple of tenths to Verstappen. We're going to take the inside, we're going to defend against Verstappen here. Lance Stroll set the quickest lap. How is he so quick in the same car as us? We've created a monster out of Lance Stroll.
The rain's a few lap outs yet, but it is coming, so be careful.
Yeah, so there's confirmation. There is confirmation. We could actually start stretching the lead to the rest of the pack if their softs start going off. But if it starts raining, we're fucking pitting for Inters. Ain't no way that we are staying out or going to another one. So yeah, we've already switched our strategy to Inters just in case. And I don't know how quickly the rain's going to set in. It could set in really fast. I think that's happened before, so it might have been Singapore in Season 1, so I really don't want to test it. But I know for other cars it's going to be incredibly difficult for them to overtake us when the rain does set in and DRS gets disabled, and yeah. And as long as we are in P1 by that point, we're safe. shit. Whoa! Verstappen's hit us! That's wing damage. I don't want to do it like that. No way. We're not doing it like that. I don't want to give him wing damage like that. That weren't fair. That's not how I want this race to go. The car feels pretty good right now. So I'm glad we went on the mediums and not the softs. Verstappen with DRS is going to challenge us here. We are going to defend hard. I'm not losing this championship, not without a massive fight. Verstappen's made a mistake. All those soft tyres have really gone off. I don't know. But we're going to take advantage of it. Stroll's 2 seconds behind us. Something's happened. I don't know what. But I'm going to put it down to tyre wear. What matters is that he's currently out of DRS. We need to be careful. Verstappen and Stroll are now catching up. Could we have started on the softs and would it have been okay? I don't know. I don't know when those softs are truly going to start going off. But we are making some mistakes now and we don't want to be doing mistakes like that. Okay. It might be down to fuel load as well. We've had to pack extra because obviously we drive really aggressively, like we're hot lapping every lap. Verstappen is keeping up with us very, very well. Oh, there it is! There's the flash! It's last gen F1, as you guys know. The rain is a bit buggy, but there it is, there it was. It's been activated. Question is it worth pitting this lap? How much is it going to rain? Do we take the risk and pit this lap, or will it happen again where, I'm pretty sure it happened in season 1, it started raining right towards the end. of the lap, and some people actually weren't able to pit in time.
Okay, I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
Yeah, for now. But I don't think so. I can definitely feel the effects already. So I think it might be worth
Okay, we can take
pitting.
you this lap.
It might be worth pitting onto the Inters now. Before it really sets in. Because I feel like we could get an undercut on the rest of the field. We're going for it. We're going for it. This is a risk. This is a big risk. But if it works, it's genius. It's definitely going to be raining pretty heavily. So we're going to take the risk. It might have been worth going an extra lap, but
Okay,
again,
off we go. Back into the race.
I don't know how much it's going to rain.
Faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
All I know was that it was definitely already affecting the track. We just have to see how quickly we catch up to the rest of the pack here. But it is definitely raining fully now. I don't know if we've managed to undercut the rest of the field.
Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
Was it worth even pitting? Who knows? We're not really catching up to the rest of the pack. It's not raining enough. Albon's behind us. What happened to him? Did he spin out? He's way behind us. Good luck. Cheers, Josh. You have to see if this strategy works out.
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
But we're on the crossover for sure, because these tyres do feel great, but they're not giving us enough pace to even catch up to Drugovich.
Trailing us, 10.2 seconds.
God, if this doesn't work, I don't know what to do. We probably should have stayed out. It's not raining enough. I think this strat will work. Alright. I bloody hope so. Have faith, yep. I'm trying.
And gap to the car in front is 6.1
Oh
seconds.
god, there's the issue. That corner is horrendous on Singapore in the rain. We're pulling on Albon, but we're not really pulling on Drugovich. That's my issue. And the rest of the grid still hasn't pit. They've decided to stick on the slicks. So I don't know. Maybe we pit too early. People have got to pit at some point to change their tyres, but what are they going to pit to? It's just not raining enough. Maybe it's that kind of rain that we had earlier on in the season where it was just a full race of rain but we were able to go on slicks for the whole time. That would be heartbreaking. I really hope that's not the case, otherwise we've absolutely messed this up. We can't afford to mess up strategies like this late into the season. Not when Lance is on the form he's in. However, we are pulling on Drugovich, but I don't know. I think we pit too early. Because these inters are going to be pretty worn. Ah, that's what I get for looking at the fucking screen and not concentrating.
Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out.
Fucking hell! It was the wrong strategy!
Got that confirmed.
He's telling us to go onto the hards. Maybe that's the game messing up, I don't know. We'll just have to stick with it, but it was that fucking light rain where you don't need inters, it will still be on the dries. What are people pitting onto? Fucking dries.
Stopping now.
Fuck this. Damn it! So, I don't get it. Since when in real life do you do races on the slick still? I don't know. But apparently this is one of those really confusing races, so... Whoa, what are you doing, Stroll? Jesus, okay, we've managed to jump Stroll in turn 1 on the race restart. Okay, so Leclerc's overtaking Stroll this time. That was so confusing. How can you say it's going to be a rainy race, but then not go on to inters? And why is Leclerc being so dirty? I could be aggressive too, bitch. Alright, so different strategy this time. We stay onto the mediums until told otherwise. I think that's what we'll do from now on. If something like that happens again, we'll let second place go out in front just to see what they do and then jump into the pits with them. You know? That was very strange though. So that strategy doesn't work because it's doing one of those things. I don't know what it was. I don't know what race it was, but an earlier race this season had us had it as a wet race, but we were on slicks for the whole thing. And that was a race this season. I thought that was a glitch, but apparently that's a thing in this game, even though I've never seen that happen in real life. So it can rain, but it won't get wet enough to get onto wet tyres. The slicks will still be good enough, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but we've got something to worry about now. Lance is now in P2. So we'll just stick to this strategy then, mediums to hards. Unless told otherwise. Even though it is going to rain, it's not going to make a single difference. Other than it just makes the track a little more difficult to drive, I suppose. Very, very strange game. Yeah, I'd played the game. I would. I've never seen that in any other F1 game, in any other season. We've experienced it already this season, but we didn't pit last time. And we ended up winning, and I guess that's just another occasion like this, so... yeah. Very odd. If it had carried on raining, that would have been an amazing strategy. Right, we should probably get to using the RS now, because Lance is right behind us.
pass when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Alright. We need to make sure we keep away from Lance. God, I'm still upset about those regulation changes. The cars are going to remain undrivable next season. It's going to be awful.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
I know. Let's use it right now. Stay out of the way of the slipstream.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
I dare Lance to go for a move. I dare him. I'm not making it easy for him now. I did make it easy for him before because we put the team first. We wanted to win the constructors, but we've got it in the bag already now, so now we're just going to fight him. He's going for a move. We're going to slow him down. There we go. Back him up into the rest of the pack. Do what Hamilton did to Rosberg, except this time we're going to win the title.
We're expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes.
So BS. I remember in season 1 there was so much rain that we had to. Lance going for a very risky move down the inside there. I had to get out of the way. He really wants this championship. He knows this is the best car he's going to get for it. There he is. Creeping up with DRS. Absolutely cut him off there. I need to back him up into Leclerc so Leclerc can maybe overtake him. Get a car in between me and Lance. Because that also means extra points for us. Okay, so when it starts raining this time, we just don't do anything. We carry on with the same strategy as we had before, which means we're pitting on lap 12 for the hards. Really back him up there, wow! Almost parked the car then. I ain't playing nice for you anymore, Lance. No way. Our car's just too fast for anyone to overtake him, unfortunately. Which sucks. Look at how quickly he's pulling there. Piastri P4. He's clawing it back. Oh, he's going for another move down the inside. We've got to give him space. Jesus, Lance. He really wants that Drivers' Championship. He's going to go for a move down the left-hand side here. And we're going to defend that hard. Leclerc now going for a move. And there we go. We gave Leclerc a bit of a slipstream there, and Charles Leclerc has managed to make the move stick. Let's go, Charles, let's go. And it is starting to rain now. The rain is falling. So what, are we pitting on lap 12? I'm going for the softs then. 10 laps on the softs. That'll give us a big boost. So we're going for a mediums to soft strategy for the first time in a long time. Because in the rain, it will give us extra grip. The soft tyres are the best in the rain. Or in these kinds of conditions. Because of course they give you a lot of grip. The hards will not. So I believe it could be a very good strategy to go on the softs instead of the hards. Especially since we're doing a longer stint on these mediums. I think it's worth going for.
Okay, be mindful of the conditions. The track's getting wetter. Recommend you stay out for now, though. We'll be much slower if we move on to inters this early.
You could have told me that earlier. I would have very much appreciated that information. What on earth is this engineer, man? Sack him. He's awful. But yeah, you can see those guys on the softs starting to struggle now. Those warm softs. Or at least on that corner, but they did catch up. DRS is still enabled, remember, so the rest of the grid do have an advantage against us. But we have the advantage in the corners because we're on the best set of tyres. Or we're on a better set of tyres, should I say. Lost about 2 tenths on that corner there, that's not good. But of all people to lose P1 to, I don't mind Charles Leclerc, he's not really in the title fight.
10 minutes left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes. Gap to your teammate behind is 1.7 seconds.
God, when are they disabling DRS? I guess that's when you should jump into the pits, when DRS gets disabled. And since it's still enabled, we'll just stay out.
I know these conditions are tough, but bear with it. I don't think the track's ready for intermediates yet.
Yeah, okay. We should probably try not to back up Leclerc, because in doing that, we let Lance get closer. And we can't afford to really do that. Shit. Yeah, these conditions. Oof.
Okay, track conditions aren't improving. It's your choice as to whether you want to fit full wets next time you come in.
God, that's so, like, confusing. What am I supposed to do? I've just got to make the decision all by myself, and judging from these conditions, like, we can still drive pretty well on the mediums, we just need more grip, so the softs look like the better choice. We've got some front wing damage somehow. I don't know how that's happened. Must have been some contact at the start with either Stroll or Leclerc. But it is definitely making life a little bit more difficult, but it is only minor wing damage. So, we can deal with it. Leclerc's going for a move up the inside.
Okay, we've lost a position.
And now it's a track race. And I think we might just come out on top. God, it's so difficult now to get around some of these corners. But we've got P1 back. Leclerc's pitting. They're all pitting. What are they pitting for?
The tyre situation's pretty touch and go right now. We think the slicks may still be quicker, but it's very close. And you're going to...
What are they pitting for? Oh my god, guys, what do we do? Has the game changed the game on us? Like, would Inters genuinely be the best situation? That'd be bullshit if so. Well, we're pitting too if the game lets do that.
Let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
If everybody wants to pit. And I bet you they're all going to move on to Inters, which is going to be so contradictory to what happened earlier.
Lance is in for his stop.
We're stopping Lance. Yeah, it's tries. Lance was trying to undercut me. The sneaky bastard. He ain't doing that. No fucking way. Yeah, nice try again. Bye.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
We are now really building up a rivalry with our teammate.
The race on this compound.
Okay, so everybody was going for slicks. Lance tried to undercut us, but we were pitting as well. So now we're going to get a lot more grip on these softs than those guys will on the mediums for the next few laps at the very least anyway. So let's make the most of it.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your
I know. Last episode I said I wasn't going to do that to Lance again, but it's different conditions now. So he was going to try and undercut us. I can't believe that. That's crazy. Teammate status.
Didn't receive that. Repeat the message. Repeat the message.
Teammate.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 17th place.
So he's in 6th, basically. He's in a net P6. These softs feel great, by the way. So we've made the right choice in terms of tyre compound.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.8 seconds.
And it's Nick de Vries in the AlphaTauri ahead of us. We have a lot of ERS to spend, so let's use it to get past Nick. Right, a few people ahead of us making their pit stops now. Perez has gone to the hot, they're all going to the hards. Théo Pourchaire has stayed out. Oh my god, longer than anybody. Jeez. But yeah, so far we've definitely made the better choice to go onto the softs. 2 seconds ahead of Leclerc now, because we've got a lot more grip in this rain. But towards the end of the race, these softs are going to be quite unbearable, I think. So we need to build up this gap as much as possible, because we're definitely going to struggle towards the end. I was going to go on lap 12, but yeah, now we're going to spend even longer on the softs than we did on the mediums, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, not going to be healthy towards the end of the race. So Pourchaire is now in the pits. Is it going to stop raining at some point? That's the worry. Leclerc is catching up to us, which is not good. It has stopped raining, so it only rained for a few laps. Strange. Very strange weather here in Singapore. Leclerc's catching up to us somehow as well. Uh-oh. Did DRS ever get disabled? I'm not too sure. Maybe that's how he's going to get to keep up now, which is definitely a worry. Uh-oh. Alright, we're doing good for tyre wear. Oh god. Very lucky not to get damaged there. Hitting the wall with the wheel. Jesus. And again. Oh my god.
Gap to your teammate behind is 5.5 seconds.
We cost him a lot of time. We just got to keep the lead now. Get as many points as possible. We take the lead of the championship. Here comes Charles Leclerc though. We'll try and keep it very fair with him, to be honest. I don't want to fight him hard. There's no point fighting Leclerc hard. He's not in the title fight. Who is though is Verstappen and Piastri. Verstappen not really, I suppose. But Piastri definitely is. Oh god. Leclerc. Oh my god, Leclerc. What are you doing? He dive bombed. And I needed to keep out of the way. So Leclerc taking all the risks. We might have just lost the lead of the race. We are going to get DRS though. That's one positive. But Leclerc's looking rapid anyway, like he caught up to us pretty quick, so... And these softs are going to go off eventually, so... We might have to let Leclerc go. We don't need to beat Leclerc anyway, he's not in the championship battle. Who is though is this man behind us, Oscar Piastri, who came out on top and beat us in at Monza, has just overtaken Verstappen as well. So, this is someone to watch. Very close, side by side here. Trying to keep it as civil as possible. Again, still side by side, but somehow we managed to come out on top there. Wow, Jesus. Yeah, those mediums, definitely the best tyre for this track, especially as these softs are now wearing out. We're just going to have to put on a massive defence here now. as Leclerc is just shooting off into the distance, Verstappen style. I need to also save ERS, so this is the best we can really do. Just got to defend hard and cling on to P2. But yeah, the other teams are certainly catching up now. No doubt in my mind about it.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Alright, yeah, we're looking good. In terms of tyre wear though, no we're not. I did say towards the end of the race we were definitely going to struggle on the softs. I didn't think the rain was going to stop that quickly though. I thought it would have continued throughout the rest of the race. But no. And Stroll is caught up to this DRS train as well, so there's a chance that he could salvage something other than P6. He's not that far off of Norris. Yellow flag ahead. Yellow flags?
Come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Maybe Leclerc hit the wall. Hold the phone! Hold the phone! Charles Leclerc is at the session! It's an engine failure! That is heartbreaking! Oh my god, he must absolutely hate the Ferrari team right now. An engine failure from the lead of the race. Oh, that sucks. I actually feel so bad. He deserved that victory. We have retaken P1, but we don't really deserve it. There's another yellow flag ahead of us. For some reason. And Stroll is back into P5. We've got 3 laps, 2.5 laps to go. Can we keep the lead now? I don't want to concede to Piastri again. We made the mistake of going too easy on him in Monza. I'm not doing that this time. But we're definitely not on the best race tyre right now. These tyres are hot, these tyres are worn.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Alright. Right, we're actually pulling away. I think Verstappen might be fighting with Piastri. We are understeering right now with these tyres. But I think we might just have enough to take the win. Tyre wear's down to 36 on the right rear, the rear right tyre. Yeah, I've got to keep an eye on Piastri. He is still in the championship fight, as I've said. And he's looking pretty consistent again, which does not bode well. But if the results stay as they are, we will take the lead of the championship once more ahead of Stroll.
2 laps of fuel left. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.5 seconds.
Alright, and we've actually gained on the drivers behind us somehow. Piastri must be fighting with Verstappen, must be. And I think Stroll is just too far behind Norris to really go for anything. So, it's looking all but one here. Alright, I think we've pretty much taken the win. It's been a long, hard battle, but we made the right choices in tyres. Got a little lucky with pitting at the same time as Stroll. Well, there you go, we come home to take the win in the Singapore Grand Prix.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
Let's go. So we're going to retake the lead in the driver's standings.
The harsh conditions here
but it's not a safe lead.
To pull off a spectacular victory. So, Natalie, what made the difference out there today?
Well, confidence breeds confidence. Success breeds success. They are very much enjoying a purple patch right now.
There we go.
A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
There we go. So a win for us, and once again joining us on the podium are Piastri and Verstappen, but the big difference is that we are on the top step of the podium and Piastri is second place this time. Lance Stroll finishes P5, still looking to challenge for the championship. He'll feel very hard done by our team after that fiasco in the pit lane, where we basically blocked him off again, 2 races in a row. I didn't mean for that to happen this time, but I didn't even notice that Stroll was pitting on that lap, but yeah, I suppose he was. And we just happened to block him in the pit lane again.
So let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. And after today's result, there's a new name at the top of the
13-point lead. So it's completely
now.
swapped round since the beginning of last episode. Piastri's looking pretty dangerous.
To the top of the table. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
And we're almost at 400 points in the constructors' standings, so that's looking dangerous. Anyway, let's watch the highlights. God. It's crazy how that happened to Leclerc, though. He didn't deserve that, to be honest. He did not deserve that engine failure. He had that race all but won. God, look at the close racing there between me and Leclerc. And look at that. Basically putting Lance out wide. We're not playing nice with him now. No, it was in the rain. What a weird race that was. God, imagine having an engine failure from the lead like that. Awful. Yeah, that's when we whacked against the wall. We were very lucky not to take damage there. Very weird. And we hit it again there. Jeez. God, yeah, those were the side-by-side battles with Piastri. Crazy. Whew. That was a good race. Ugh. But we still have plenty of races to go before the end of the season. I think our rivalry with Sainz is pretty much won. Yeah, one race remaining, but whatever. Rivalry has been won. We reached 30 points before Sainz. And we get all the money this time. It's been a while since we were able to get all 3 sponsorship payments. So Stroll got a bit of damage as well. Possibly the floor, most likely. But yeah, 3 rounds left. Or 4 rounds, I think that is, right? 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, that's 4 rounds left.
Start investing that in facility improvements.
We can renew that sponsor. We got a season break coming up. And yeah, I'm not helping Lance with his focus. That literally just be giving him the win. We'll have a chassis equipment upgrade. We'll have a sponsor event. We'll attend that sim racing event, and everything else doesn't really help us that much. We'll do the chassis team building, and yeah, we'll obviously have to protect these parts. We've got regulation changes. We still got engine changes going into the next season because you know, it's the 2026 season in real life, and I still want to play that into you know, our little story. But in terms of everything else, in terms of the actual powertrain itself, it's just not making any changes, and like it's changing everything else in the R&D department but the section where but the section that actually needs the changes the most. And maybe that's how this regulation system works, where they'll take off the parts that actually need taking part in terms of how much is already installed. So maybe us not doing any powertrain upgrades actually backfired on us, and yeah, unfortunately, now it means going into Season 4, these cars are going to be absolutely unbearable, perhaps, which sucks. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode of F1 23, My Team Career Mode. It's getting pretty close out there. We're not safe in the championship. We still have quite a few races to go. Mexico, Brazil, Portimao, and then finally Las Vegas. So guys, thank you all so much for tuning in and watching this episode of F1 23 My Team Career Mode. If you guys liked it, be sure to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video tomorrow for some more My Team Career Mode, where we will be doing the Mexico and Brazilian Grand Prix, and then in 2 days time it will be the finale for Season 3. We've absolutely sped through this because we've live streamed the whole thing instead of recording and editing like we did for the Season 1 and the vast majority of Season 2. We're going to continue to live stream it because I'm actually really enjoying it. But yeah, first episode of Season 4 will be recorded and edited, and then after that we'll just start live streaming again. But for the next 2 days we will be wrapping up the Season 3 season and seeing if we can maintain this lead over Lance Stroll and Oscar Piastri and win the championship for a second time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.